Hi, welcome to this episode of AnimeCons TV. It's the holiday season and we wanted to give some gift ideas for your friends and family that go to conventions. The most obvious idea is buy a badge for the convention. A lot of conventions will let you get a badge for somebody else, and so this is a perfect time to do it. If you know somebody's going to go to a convention in 2014, check out the convention's website and see if there's a way that you can buy a badge for yourself and somebody else, and then you can make some little certificate or something and print it up and present that to them. That'll be cool. Also, gift cards. For convention attendees, you can get a gas card or a hotel gift card, a airline gift card, or maybe a gift certificate to a restaurant near where the convention will be held, so they get a place to go eat. We can also recommend like a collapsible water bottle, so they can pack it and then fill it up when they get to the con and carry water around with them. It's always handy. An overnight bag or suitcase, because you never have enough. And something, maybe if they are always carrying a lot of bags, get them something big. If they need something smaller, well, you probably know their needs better than I do. Let's see, we've also recommended an external phone battery. So if you have an iPhone and you use it a lot at the convention, you're going to run out of battery halfway through the day. I do quite a bit. So I use the Mophie, and they've got different sizes which have different charge lives. I have the, I think, second largest one. I forget the model number, but it gives me 2 to 3 full phone charges for each charge of the Mophie. And so I just plug this little brick, which looks like an iPhone, into the iPhone, and it charges off of that. And it also comes in great when you're traveling, if you're on a plane, if you're going to an amusement park or something. You can just charge it up halfway through the day, full battery again. Games. So, there's lines at the convention, so you need some stuff to kill time in lines. So you can get some card games, maybe some iPhone games or Nintendo DS games, anything like that. They make great gifts, and it's a great way to kill some time while you're waiting in line. Also, we've got a luggage scale. Elizabeth recommends this. If you're packing a lot of things, the airlines usually have fees if you go over the baggage limit. And I think check with your local airline, but it's usually around 50 pounds. If you have a luggage scale, you can weigh the bag before you get to the airport and get an idea of if it's too full or not, and repack some things. And some conventions don't give you a lanyard for your badge when you check in. So if you're looking for a cheap gift, get somebody a lanyard. They have different designs by different companies, which will have your favorite anime on it, or a Disney one or whatever. Look online, you can find all sorts of different design lanyards, and maybe you can find one like favorite sports team or something, and they can use that to hold their con badge. Now, if you're getting gifts for cosplayers, that's actually a little bit easier, because not only can you get everything I already listed, but cosplayers have unique needs. The most obvious thing for them is a gift card to a fabric store or a wig shop. There's a number of online wig shops where you can get gift certificates, or maybe a cosmetic store if they use a lot of cosmetics in their cosplay. Maybe you can get them some makeup brushes and other cosmetic cases. And if they do a lot of props, a hardware store, a Home Depot or Lowe's or something, great place to give them a gift card. Even if they're not doing a prop, maybe they need some home improvement. Art books. So if cosplayers will often use art books as reference for their characters, and so you can get the art book, and then they can have handy reference for what their character looks like, the back details and everything, character designs. It's great. You can get them a figure of a cosplayer that they've cosplayed or plan to cosplay. Having the 3D reference is great for when you're developing the cosplay, because then you can just rotate it and see every little detail. And a garment bag. when you're packing up to go to a convention, it's always great to be able to just put your costume in the garment bag and then travel with that instead of having everything loose and, you know. For comic collectors and people that go to comic conventions, you can get them comic sleeves to put all their comics in and help keep them nice and tidy, or maybe a book to put all of their comics in to store them. For people that go to Artist Alley, they could, if they have a table in Artist Alley, you could buy them a tablecloth to decorate their table, or maybe a banner with their logo. You could get them a gift certificate to PS Print or something. And if they're an Artist Alley buyer, maybe a book to put their commissions in to collect them all, or a frame, so they could frame their artwork and display it. Because I know I have a lot of it, and friends have a lot that's just, it's not displayed, and say, oh, I'll get a frame eventually, and they never do, but you could do that for them. For AMV creators, they're also easy to buy for because they always need source material for their AMVs. So get them some DVDs or Blu-ray if they use that, and they would love to have more in their library so they can do more music videos. And they need a place to store those music videos, so external hard drives. Who would complain about getting an external hard drive? Everybody always needs more disk space. If there's a photographer, somebody that goes to conventions and takes a lot of pictures, memory cards. They could never have enough of them, and they would always welcome more. Also, spare batteries. Find out what kind of camera they use and what kind of battery that camera uses, and if they have a spare, it always comes in handy. And for people that staff conventions, a nice folder for holding all their papers. People usually have schedules and itineraries and other, con-related documents depending on what job they're doing at the convention. It'd be nice to have some sort of portfolio to store everything. I know I've got a nice one for PortCon Maine that has a zipper around the edge, so it keeps everything inside, and it even fits my iPad. So I can have all my notes for the convention and my iPad and anything else just stored in the zipper. But then it's got sleeves where I can put different notes or pens and notepads. So it's great, and I love bringing it to conventions when I'm staffing. And finally, for staff, a pedometer. You can find a pedometer any number of places, usually athletic stores. And it's not really essential, but it's always interesting to see how far you've walked while you're staffing, because you walk a lot. I know some people put on like 30 miles or more on a typical convention weekend. So it's fun to compare with other staff members. And you can use it in the off season when you're not staffing to just take some exercise and walk around. But these have been some of our convention related gift ideas, and we'd love to hear yours. Send them to us at podcast@animecons.tv, or call our voicemail line and leave us a voicemail with some of your gift suggestions. That's 762-ADEQUATE. That's 762-233-7828. Call us up, and in our next feedback episode, we'll play all the suggestions we get, or we'll read them off if it's an email. But we definitely want to hear your suggestions, so please send them in. And look forward to next week's episode when we're talking about cosplay wranglers and our appreciation for them. Thanks.